lecture session, the technology adoption and diffusion. In this session, we are going to learn more about the technology transformation, particularly the change management process when a new technology or existing technology is changed. We will also be taking help of a model, technology adoption model, to understand what are the stages of technology adoption. Further, it is important for every project to measure the success. So we will also be talking about measuring the technology adoption. Further, we will also discuss about the challenges in implementation of information technology. And we will conclude the chapter discussing the success and failures of technology implementations. Depending on the context and objectives of the project scope, the organization might have to measure the adoption rate, transformation rate, and the diffusion rate. And towards end, it should also measure the satisfaction rate. This simply means that the technology adoption is occurring at a great speed, well accepted, there were resistance for acceptance, or what were the efforts made by the organization in smoothing that process of technology acceptance, what were the challenges which is making the end users adopt to this new technology. All this needs to be studied. Now, every organization measures the success of a project keeping the key performance indicators. When we look at the technology transformation, it is all about the change management. Now, a new technology is being designed and implemented. Now, how would this be communicated to the end users? Not only communication, like what are the efforts made to train or understand the new information technology or systems? So, technology transformation roadmap needs to be laid out. Probably it might include set of periodic assessments like how many days or weeks or months or years it would take for the step-by-step implementation of the newly designed information systems through the technologies and the new hardwares, components, networks. All these things needs to be told to the set of people who are going to use those new information system. Now, initially, when there is a transformation occurring, usually there is a chaotic situation. If you look at this diagram, we might be able to understand how the technology transformation occurs. Even the project owners, the project creators, and the project users, or in other words, the information technology systems owners, users, or employees might go through these stages, and we need to include all these as participants in the technology transformation process. We understand various stages through which the technology transformation occurs. In case of first time implementation, people would be comfortable with the manual process and there would not be technology. So there is no pain of technology. And what happens further is, if it is an existing technology, it is like shifting from the old to the new. So in the first stage, usually there's a chaotic situation, and we understand that they go through a lot of hesitance and slow process of acceptance, and then they slowly realize that to make this information system successful, there needs to be efforts of initiating or slowly understanding it. Now, we also see in this diagram the management levels efforts. Like at the chaotic stage, we see tactical management people involving more, leveraging a lot of information system tools to make them understand the project scope. Now, if we want to go ahead with the stages in this diagram, we understand that there might be a stages through which, the set of users are reactive, proactive, and then again, once they are accepting and trying to respond to the technology transformation, there needs to be an effort made to implement the services. So we see a lot of service management dimensions at the project implementation period, and towards end, it needs to be very clearly mentioned what is the outcome or the value which is going to be achieved as the project implementation or consequence. Most of the times, these technology transformations will set of good outcomes which are going to be useful for all the stakeholders. An organization needs to make an effort to clearly communicate, train, provide enough resources. There needs to be focus on skill development, professional development, and external development opportunities. A lot of things like access to the resources and how it should be used, what would be the output scenario needs to be explained at this stage. The organization needs to set the deadlines and tell like when what needs to be achieved. Let us try to understand the technology adoption model. Now, through this model, we would be able to understand few dimensions. Technology adoption model is all about how users understand, accept, and adapt to the technology. And over a period of time, technology becomes integral part of the process, so we call that as the diffusion process. Organization needs to devise strategies for ensuring smooth technology adoption process. For this, they might have to initially achieve lot of understanding with the help of training, clear communication about the benefits and the changes, support mechanisms such as help desk and user manuals to understand the project scope better. These activities needs to be conducted at the initial stage. We also need to understand there is definitely going to be an impact on the organization culture. Introducing new technologies after the existing ones is quite challenging. Addressing resistance to change needs to be done at this stage. One needs to ensure there is continuous learning and innovation in the organization. Now, identifying and mitigating the potential risks associated with implementing new technologies is important. Conducting risk assessments, pilot testing, and phased rollouts to minimize disruptions might be helpful at this stage. Developing contingency plans in case of the project delays or challenges might be helpful at this stage. Stakeholders engagement. Considering all the stakeholders in the information systems, gathering feedback and addressing the concerns of all these stakeholders will be helpful at this stage. Ensuring transparency and ongoing communication smoothen the technology acceptance process. Now, when we look at the technology adoption life cycle, it consists of innovators, early adopters, early majority, late majority, and laggards. Let us look into these stages in this diagram. Technology adoption analysis is the study about how people accept, adopt, use, and integrate new technologies. Technology adoption models help to predict how new technology will be accepted by the market. Using a technology adoption analysis is helpful for decision making, policy formulation, and for systems formation. Now, let us take an example of healthcare. Service providers are the large part of this technology. The technology implemented majorly is useful for the doctors, the nurses, the pharmacists, or anybody who is inside the healthcare setup. The access provided to the patients is limited only with seeing the prescription report or the outcome of reports or scanned images or something which is not so easily understood by them. Now, the majority of the system's usefulness is for the inside stakeholders like the employees of those setup. Like in the healthcare scenario, it might be a doctor, nurse, pharmacist, a radiologist, or a person who is inside the lab who is conducting this diagnosis. So, one needs to understand in every project who is going to be the major use of the technology or the information system. Now, when we look at the users and in an information system, in certain cases, it's going to be the business owners. In few cases, it is going to be the employees, while in certain cases, it might be the users. Now, decision making might be an integral part of all these stakeholders or end users at different situations. Now, usually when a technology is implemented, people show different types of interest like reactions. They might belong to this category like they might be tech enthusiasts, visionaries, pragmatists, conservatives, and skeptics. These reactions are helpful to adapt the technology at a slow rate or faster rate over a period of time. In general, when we look at the technology adoption life cycle, these are the stages: innovators, early adapters, early majority, late majority, and laggards. Now, usually the technology adoption model is a normal distribution bell-shaped curve. And this need not be the same in all situations. While some of the technologies might take a longer time for acceptance. Few decades ago, any technology which was implemented used to be skeptical, doubtful, and people would take a lot of time to understand and adapt to it. But these recent years have proved that system users are very enthusiastic and ready to experience the new technologies. The best example is the immersive technologies like VR, virtual reality, augmented reality, artificial intelligence, generative artificial intelligence, the concepts which have been so simplified that anything which is integrated on the technology with these concepts can quickly be absorbed or quite attractive by the system users. In the technology adoption life cycle, the technology progression is purely dependent on two factors. One is the cost and the other is the quality. Cost and quality play an important role in adoption of technology. Now let us take two quick examples to understand how technology adoption occurs in two different situations. We took an example of healthcare and let us try to go back to the same example. Let us say an information system designed in a healthcare setup and majority of users are the system owners or the product owners, like people who handle the softwares or the people who are handling a lot of equipments inside the hospital setup. Now they need to look into these devices. Let us say a doctor who could be facilitated with a better scanning image or better output device which is showing the integral part of the diagnosis in a better way should also be trained to read that output on the screen. Now the doctor might be very enthusiastic and the set of people around doctors in the OT room also might be dependent on that data. In such a situation, a lot of effort should be made to train the doctors with the new things which has been part of the new technology. So what we are trying to understand here is any new technological process needs to be well communicated to ease the process of understanding. Now we see such changes occurring in the robotic surgeries where doctors have been assisted with the artificial intelligence, robots or any other technological tool assistances which will help them in greater success rates of operations. Now when we look at the other side, the reports generated might be in an analytical form or diagrams which is not so easily understood by the patients. So it needs to be converted and given as other output, probably integrated on a mobile app and sent with a simple message which is understood by the patients or the patient's attendees who need to take further action on that message communicated. Now in all these situations, we are trying to see different system users are there and the technology adoption process should consider how the change in the existing process would have implication on all these system users. Now once this process is carefully designed and implemented, it would enable the smooth execution of technology transformation. Now, when we said in the beginning the change management, it is not only bringing new hardwares and softwares, it is also about bringing a better terms of understanding and acceptance in the whole technology transformation, adoption and diffusion process. Now, once the technology has been implemented, we need to measure the success. Every project is initiated with one great aspiration of making it a success. Now, there are various key performance indicators to measure the success of technology change initiatives. Defining clear objectives and outcomes is very important at this stage. Now, what needs to be measured, how it is going to be measured. In some situations, you would be able to see the adoption and the success rate in the IT system itself. Now in e-commerce industry, it is very easy to see number of users reacting, interacting, proceeding, or what stage they are. Whereas in other situations, it is not easily measurable. Like the example of healthcare, what we were talking. So you need to interact with those healthcare professionals or system users, patients who are looking into the data and take the feedback to understand whether the newly implemented technology is easy for them to perform their decision making tasks. Not only taking feedbacks, regularly reviewing and adjusting strategies based on performance data is also important. Now, this could also be done with the help of online survey forms, frequent interactions, which would also be part of technology implementation process. There are simple softwares like Google Analytics and Tableau or Google Form, which could be used for this purpose and circulated amongst the system users. These days, smaller and medium business enterprises would use a simple Google form circulated amongst their system users to understand and rate how the new technology is helping them in the day-to-day tasks. So efforts are made to understand the technology adoption and diffusion rate. Now till now we were not discussing about the diffusion rate. The speed and extent to which the technology spreads is called as the diffusion rate. In some of the scenarios when there are technological enthusiasts, this diffusion rate is quite fast. But if there is resistance, it might delay the acceptance and implementation process. You can measure the digital adoption through these 6 steps. Make use of the digital adoption platforms like certain analytical features and setting up a baseline, collecting numerical and user behavior data like staff experiences, any glitches, challenges in implementation, what made the convenient use of the new technology. And with this, we also need to define digital goals like what needs to be achieved at the end of the technology implementation. Once this is done, we will have enough amount of data to understand the system's implementation process. Let us look into the challenges in implementation of information technology. Resistance to change is something which we commonly see. System users, employees may be reluctant in adopting to the new software which is being implemented, and this might delay the process. Change management. Ensuring a smooth transition to minimize resistance is most important because in the process of adopting the new technology, people tend to resist to the change and adapt to the new process and setup. The next concern is about the budget. If the project is getting extended and requires more funds, the organization which is implementing the project might delay because of the budget constraints. So one needs to plan well in advance and have a buffer fund allocated towards successful project completion. Then there are integration issues like shifting from the old technology to new technology and becoming part of the new process. Declining productivity. Now, there is a high risk associated with decline of productivity during the implementation or new process integration. Now, this is usually the human tendency when people are understanding the new systems, process and devices. This might also lead towards the decreased morale among the employees. Now, let us look into the success and failure of the systems implemented. And the success and failure depends upon the scope of the project. Making efforts to clearly explain the project scope initial days for all the stakeholders might be helpful. But however, one cannot always assure like the project or the systems is going to be accepted by everybody within the system. The success and failure of project depends on various factors. In certain situations, there are quick adoptions when we have technological enthusiasts around in the system setup. Maybe in certain situations, there is a gradual acceptance of technology. Whatever is the case, the project owners bear the cost, time, and other efforts in making the technology adoption a successful process. When we look at these three examples, we understand the success and failure is dependent on n number of factors. We have three particular cases as an example to understand the technology adoption process. In the first example, we are going to talk about an expensive lesson learned by Hershey's, one of the world's largest confectioner, headquartered in Hershey, Pennsylvania. It's around 150-year-old confectioner, but what made them to hurry cost them huge funds. Hershey's, when they were implementing the new ERP, were in hurry to implement and give the benefits of their ERP to all their stakeholders. Without doing much of testings, when they hurried in implementation, it created chaos in the market and led for repetition of transactions not reflecting on their ERP, and this hugely contributed to the losses and slowdown of business. It also took a lot of time for them to regain the business momentum. It cost them heavily. They had to make a lot of correction to bring back the smooth flow of transactions. One of the recent examples what we are discussing is from Nike, which happened in June 2022. Nike was trying to deploy a new ERP, scaling to express lane supply strategy. Now what Nike expected did not happen. Now when we saw one of the project going delayed or being not so well accepted, we also have many projects who have been successfully completed. Majority of the IT projects today are successful because enough efforts are made at every stages of technology adoption. Another example for failure is the UK healthcare national service attempt. UK government tried to create a national electronic health record system, and the project was cancelled in 2011 after spending a whopping amount of 9.8 billion pounds, and they were able to achieve only 2% of the promised benefits. Now let us just look at some of the informations which contributed towards the failure of the UK National Healthcare Project. Now with all this, we have understood implementing new technology takes efforts to clearly communicate what are the changes being initiated, what is the outcome to be achieved, and how it is going to be helpful in the business activities is most important. Let us quickly take a recap of all the points what we discussed in this session: technology, adoption and diffusion. We started with understanding the transformation, the change management when technology is being adopted, adoption and diffusion process. We discussed this with the help of a technology adoption model. We also discussed challenges in implementation of IT, success and failure in IT implementation. In the next session, we are going to discuss about global enterprises, how information technology is useful for extending business beyond boundaries. Thank you.